Hey y'all. Well, today we're going to be back on the O2N. I've had some problems with this thing even back before I bought it. I still used it bush hogging on one of the leases. And it really wanted to cut in and out bad. You have to run the choke on sometimes. Carburetor's been rebuilt a million times. I did get a new carburetor and tried it out. It really didn't seem to help the problem. So I've got the old carburetor back on, but it seems more like my problem's in the governor. It'll idle, it'll run until you rev it up, and I get a lot of pulsing. So I ordered from 8N. Everybody talks about it's just 8Ns. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but everybody talks very highly of them. They specialize in these 9N, 2Ns, and 8Ns. And so I ordered brand new governor, because I'll show you in a second, these handles are wore out. They flop around everywhere. So I got a brand new governor, and my linkages are pretty bad. So I got a new linkage to go from governor to carb and throttle to governor. So I'll flip this camera around and show you what we're up against. Best I can tell is all I'm gonna need is a 9/16 deep well socket and ratchet to take it off, and then the oil line, of course, will have to come off, and long bolt goes in the bottom, short bolt goes in the top. So on this one, it's actually a stud and a nut, so it's different than some of the other ones. But I'm gonna turn this around and show you the problem I'm having, and then we'll get started. Okay, as y'all can see, it's gonna be kind of hard to get in here. This thing is wore plumb out. The whole assembly have an oil leak underneath where the housing is leaking. I guess it's rubbed through the housing. All of this here would need to be shimmed and turned down to be done right. These linkages fall off. There's just a lot of play in this, so I'm hoping the new governor will help me out on RPMs. So we'll get this thing set up on a tripod and start taking it apart. Okay, to start with, that linkage back there done fell off. I do have it new. I'm gonna take the throttle linkage. You just pull down and they pop off. As so. Set it up out of the way. This is a 7/16 on this factory oil line. So we're on taking it off. Back linkage is done unhooked. Nine sixteenths. And this is the original governor. Novy model 9N governor. I'd say it's probably never, it's been off and maybe rebuilt a couple times, but I've got a crack in the housing on the bottom. So, take it out. There's another one up here. Okay, there's our nut. It's got a lock washer on it, but and this is our governor. Housing don't, I thought it had a crack there, but it must have been leaking out the hole, but it's looks like the plate and some of the balls are not separated. This is all just shot. So you can see all the movement. So the new one, oh yeah, still got a little bit of movement in it, but not bad. So I'm gonna throw a gasket on here, put some Permatex on it, and we'll put it back together. Now what I've done here is I put the red RTV high temp silicone, because it does get pretty hot down here. So I've got that red high temp, and then we're gonna put my gasket on, let it start getting tacky. And then of course, I'll need to scrape the old gasket and anything else that might be in the way. Got a lot of junk around it. I got some brake cleaner here. Make sure we get a really good clean surface. Now, that's what I like about that brake cleaner. It really cleans that metal up and dries quick. So since this thing is so old, I know it's probably overkill. Like I said, this ain't no show tractor. This is gonna be used on the lease. I'm gonna go ahead and put a thin bead on this. I'll make sure it seals. All right. Now, okay, we're all set. Nothing on the inside gears. Take it. You start on the stud. Set it in place. Yep, lined up good. All right, I'll throw that last nut on and then we'll hook the linkages up. All right, this is the new, I got the oil lines back on. I got everything torqued to 45 pounds. Now these linkages are pretty wore out. So I got new ones. It ain't so much the top one that's bad. It's the bottom down next to governor, I guess where they work so much. So we're gonna put the new ones on. Man, they are tight. Well, there's that one. Well, everything's changed. Don't have the pulsing and the throttle is bad, and still think I've got some voltage issues, so I'm going to go ahead and convert it to a alternator. But here it is put together. So it was a definite improvement. A lot of these parts were wore out. Still got a little adjusting to do on the carb, but this right here will complete that. hopefully the pulsing issue on the governor. So and I guess we'll move on. I got my other kit for alternators. We make another video on converting it completely to 12 volt from just 8N parts. But I appreciate you watching. I hope you learned something from it. Lord knows I did. And as always, thanks for watching, and God bless.